so after doing that, he took his money, bought Tesla, sued the founders, took over as the title of claiming that he found Tesla, all facts, bought a plant from Toyota that wasn't working in Fremont, leveraged the incredible brilliance of all the progressive schools and everything else. And then after all of this, what does he do? Well, then he decides that the tax rates are now too high because now he's a billionaire and he's going to start meme companies and all these things, and he starts getting social status, hanging out with celebrities, has facial reconstructive surgery, gets hair plugs, hangs out with other rich people, notices there's a shift to the right, notices the left-wing people are just you have no idea in the Bay Area how many Teslas. I can't tell you how many times I'm driving. Surgery. Right. Yeah. And then all this stuff goes on, and then all of a sudden the tax rates are too high. He's a billionaire. See, this is the thing that most people haven't done the type of deep analysis on why rich people are so anti-tax. It's because for a person like him, even if he only pays a 3 to 10% effective tax rate, that's the number one thing he's spending money on. It's not his housing. He has billions. He doesn't need to buy a house. He literally had a house that was so big in Hillsborough, right? I can look at it from my bedroom window. It is so big he couldn't sell it for 2 years because nobody has enough money to even buy it. It sat on the market without a seller because it was so fucking expensive for a while. Nobody wanted to buy it because it was like a liability in the city. This guy had more money than God, and he didn't even need it. He was like, I sleep on a bedroom house. Why? Because he can go anywhere he wants. He can stay in any hotel anywhere. He's screwing all these random women, hooking up with celebrities, going on yachts with all these people. And then all of a sudden, that tax thing really annoyed him. And his class of people weren't any longer there. He was in a different class. He needed exclusivity. He needed to be included. He needed to influence politics. And it became advantageous for him to shift to the right, just like Jeff Bezos, just like others. And there was a cultural shift where tech bros were making a shift to the right. And these people don't have principles or values. They want power. And if power comes from espousing that trans people are humans and they're going to stand with it, he'll do that. And if Disney can make, from Disney proudly affirming trans people and including trans characters, now they, quote, have the first openly Christian person in Disney history, as if everybody wasn't a fucking Christian, right? And all of a sudden they delete episodes with black people and people of color, and they drop an entire trans issue that they'd already filmed of one of the cartoons. It's not standing for anything. It's just wealth. And the rainbow capitalism is very profitable. So in the end, what happens? These people buy a government, and the first thing they do, gut the IRS. Check the article today that according to the IRS, with a Trump executive running it, they will lose $500 billion this year from lack of enforcement because they can't tax and go after rich people, and they've stripped so many people, and they've changed their directives of who they're enforcing. So the IRS will bring in $500 billion less. They've eliminated the Foreign Corrupt Powers Act. So Elon Musk tried to have a coup in Latin America, got slapped down, had trouble buying off executives. Now he can bribe anybody. There's no law against it anymore. Oh, by the way, the law against anti-corruption laws in the United States, the new director of the FBI and the head of his law enforcement said they will no longer enforce federal corruption charges. Therefore, multinationals can engage however they want financially. So they go in there, and you're wondering what they bribed? They pay to not enforce the laws, to gut the IRS. He now has his Doge cronies going into everybody's documents and using personal computers with zero accountability. Even according to the experts that are there was no accountability, there's no tracing. These are networks they're not allowed to plug anything into, and they were just grabbing their laptops and hooking them up to. They've extracted all that data.
Breyer.
19-year-old boy.
Excuse me, it's all Breyer. Breathe.
Yeah.
Please, breathe. Okay? My friend, breathe.
No worries.
You're talking really fast. Okay? We're with you, Okay, I need to go. I've been here for 4 hours. So if you want to mod somebody who's having a chat, I have to go. So thank you for the room.
I saw that text a while ago.
I'm one of these old-fashioned people who like to say goodbye and good night when I see all these people who I care about in this space. So I will see you guys tomorrow and carry on. All right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good night, Al.
Night.
So anyway, to those people who thought there was they're just poorly spending their money, they've gutted all corruption laws. They've gutted the IRS enforcements of taxation. The first thing they're going to pass, this Congress is going to pass one law, will be to lower taxes for the rich. They've already proposed it. They've changed enforcement. They've gutted all the inspector generals, and they've stolen all of our data and social security numbers and information. And they're blacklisting people, who are opposing them.